What else can we do to build a bigger overhead press? Obviously, training the supporting muscles with other variations is the best way to build anything stronger in the body. The easiest way to pick your assistance exercises for any big barbell movement, whether it's a squat, bench press, deadlift, or of course the overhead press, is by determining what muscle groups aid in that main lift. For the overhead press, it's very similar to the bench press. Your primary movers are the triceps and the shoulders. The chest gets a little bit of work, but not much. However, because you're standing while performing an overhead press, you'll need to build the musculature in your abdominal region as well. If you don't, you're going to lose a ton of power while pressing the barbell overhead. And the final thing we need to address is the upper back. While pressing overhead, your upper back needs to be strong and supporting your arms that are extended above us. The stronger your upper back and lats are, the better. Now that we know which muscle groups we need to get stronger, we need to pick 1 to 2 exercises that directly train each of them through a full range of motion that contribute to muscular strength and hypertrophy, as well as supporting the rest of the body. The best exercises I can think of that carry over well to the overhead press are as follows: dips, dumbbell press, plate raises, pull-ups, and ab wheel. First up on our list today is going to be dips. Dips are one of the best exercises to train the chest, shoulders, and triceps especially. Because they're a compound movement, it allows us to train multiple muscle groups at once, which is great training economy, something we should all be paying attention to. Dips can be done with body weight for higher reps in the 10 to 20 rep range, and also by adding weight in the 5 to 10 rep range. Getting stronger at dips will make all of your barbell pressing exercises stronger as well. So if you can't do them, you should definitely start working on them. If you want to see my plan for improving your dip strength, check out this video right here. Next up on our list today is the dumbbell press. Dumbbell pressing wide like most bodybuilders do will allow you to train the side delts much harder than a standard overhead press, which is mostly anterior delts focused. By training the other heads of the shoulders, it will allow you to have more stability while doing the overhead press as well. It's also a very close variation to a standard overhead barbell press, so you can do it for higher reps and build more muscle to aid in hypertrophy training that's going to assist you in pushing the overhead press stronger. Working in the 10 to 20 rep range is an awesome idea to get the most out of any kind of dumbbell pressing. What's your favorite upper body pressing exercise? For me, it's definitely dips and any dumbbell pressing movement. Let me know what yours are in the comments below. Alright, so next up is actually going to be plate raises, and these are much different than a standard front raise, which is only going to train the anterior delts. By doing this through a full range of motion, it's going to train the traps, the upper back, the anterior and side delts in a way that many other exercises just can't replicate. And it's actually a good example of how a basic isolation exercise can be tweaked ever so slightly to train more muscle groups and allow you to be more efficient overall. I recommend trying these out for higher rep sets, between 15 and 30 reps a set, and you should notice a massive pump through your shoulders, traps, and upper back region as well. Next up, we have pull-ups. Pull-ups are one of those exercises that most people can't do, unfortunately. Those that can are usually either very athletic, they have very big backs, or they don't weigh very much. For those of you that haven't been able to do pull-ups before, I have multiple videos up on how to improve them that you can check out right here. For those that can, you know just how great they are at building forearm, upper back, lats, and bicep strength as well. I recommend doing as many variations as you can to build as much muscle as possible through your entire back. Doing things like regular pull-ups, chin-ups, Nutri-Grip pull-ups. You can even do rope pull-ups where you're holding onto a rope or a towel even, which is even harder. By training all these different variations, you're going to be able to build a bigger back than just doing 1 or 2 different variations. And this is going to help with all your main movements, but having a bigger and stronger upper back as well as lats is also going to allow you to have a stronger platform to push from when you're overhead pressing. It's also going to give you a more stable position from the mid to end range of the movement. Training these with body weight with correct form will take a while to improve over time. A good way to go about it is by setting a rep goal for the day and slowly improving that over time. Once you get to 50 plus reps in 3 sets, that's a good time to start adding weight and keep moving forward. For those that can't do pull-ups, what are some things you've tried that didn't go according to plan? Let me know in the comments below. And the final exercise on my list today is going to be the ab wheel. You can pick one up on Amazon for a super cheap price as well. The link to that will be in the description box below. The ab wheel is probably the best core exercise you can do to build your abdominal strength up because of what it forces you to do. You have to go through a huge range of motion that strains your abs with anti-flexion and even rotation depending on how you do them. That's the whole goal with abdominal training anyways. Training it by resisting forces is a much better idea than doing a bunch of sit-ups on the ground. Once again, we all know that person that does a ton of sit-ups and they have lower back pain. The other thing that's awesome is that the ab wheel forces you to be in a similar position compared to standing up with a loaded barbell above your head. The stronger your abs are, the stronger overhead press will be. Keep this in mind if you find your upper body is getting stronger, but you feel like you're weak in the middle. It's probably your abdominal strength and poor abdominal bracing as well. Also, starting the ab wheel from a kneeling position and doing lower rep sets in the 3 to 8 rep range is definitely a good idea for your first couple sessions. You'll thank me later. Trust me. Obviously, working up to doing this standing is the goal. I've only seen a couple people do them, so if you can't do that yet, you still have work to do. And that's it. If you're new to the channel and you want to learn everything you can about how to get stronger and build more muscle, start now by subscribing and hitting the notification bell so you don't miss anything. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.